Welcome to the Medical Device Made Easy podcast. Here is Munir Alazouzi from easymedicaldevice.com, and today we will do the December 2024 review. So let's do it. First, before to start, so let's talk about our sponsor, MedBoard. So who is MedBoard?
MedBoard, the regulatory, research and intelligence platform, is focused on solving the problem with increasing news and data and new requirements, as regulatory intelligence, post-market surveillance, clinical literature review and many more. We are making trusted medtech information and data more accessible, creating the largest information portal search and the best tools for review, intelligence and portfolio management. We are already changing people's lives like you by reducing tedious manual and repetitive work or saving much time. Contact us at medboard.com to learn more about us and do a free trial.
Okay, the first topic of today is the high-level position paper made by Position. I don't know if it's paper, but it's called high-level position made by Team NB on their opinion related to medical devices, where they are mentioning the fact that they want to have medical devices that are more safe and also faster to the market, which is, if I can say, a great topic. And their position paper is mainly saying that they want also to make rules clearer and simpler, especially for small businesses, that should help to make them faster on the market, pushing also for more cooperation between different regulatory bodies and better support from the EU to help small companies navigate the rules. So focusing mainly on also how those companies should handle their technical details and cybersecurity to keep the patient safe. So Team NB is an association that is really grouping all notified bodies, and now they are really putting some position on let's have something more safe, more quick also on the market, more faster, and also let's not focus only on big businesses but also on small businesses, which is great. So don't hesitate to go to look at this high-level position from Team NB. Next, we have the MDCG 2024-15, which is a guidance related to clinical investigation, while EUDAMED is still not available for clinical investigation. So normally in the future, when you will have a clinical investigation, you will have to register it in EUDAMED. So I don't know how it will look like because I haven't seen any project or prototype. But I think usually you have to go there, you have to apply to say, I will open a clinical investigation, maybe ask for a number, a registration number, or whatever, and report also if there is an issue or the result of your clinical investigation there. Here, this guidance is explaining how to do all that. So registering, reporting, etc., while EUDAMED is still not available. And this is mainly something that is important for you to understand, because yes, you have to report also the results and how to show that your system, your product is still compliant. So mainly if you are planning to do a clinical investigation in Europe, so try to get to this guidance if you have still some question on how to apply for it and how to report the results for it. And remember, if you have any incident during your clinical investigation, you also have to report to the EU. And there was, I think, another MDCG guidance talking about that. But you have still to report the incident to the EU while EUDAMED is still not available. So don't wait for it. It will still take some time to have everything there, but you have to report to the EU in those cases also. Okay, a reminder now from the EMA, European Medicine Agency, about combination products. So they have made a presentation showing mainly the interaction between drug-device combination products. So if it's a drug, if it's a device, when it's a combination product. So explain also what are the rules. For example, is it the EMA who is taking care of that, or is it a notified body, and how when a notified body is involved, for example, for an position paper, opinion letter or letter for opinion that they are providing. So they are making this reminder. So if you are a pharmaceutical company that is also including on their device some medical devices, maybe it's worth looking again at that because I still have some cases of manufacturers that are coming to us after getting rejected by the EMA saying, oh yeah, but I don't have the position letter from the notified body, opinion letter. Can't remember how it's called. Opinion letter, position letter from the notified body. So then they have to place that before they submit to the EMA or while they have submitted to the EMA during a clock stop. Mainly, this is something that is happening a lot. So be aware that yes, you have to, even if you are a drug product, if it concerns a medical device, maybe you have to go to a notified body just to get their opinion about this medical device. Okay, MDCG 2024-16 on the new rules, if I can say, for interruption and discontinuation of medical devices. So now when you have an interruption or discontinuation of medical devices, you have to fill a form that is on the show notes. Go on the show notes and you'll find it, to explain why you are discontinuing that. Just one thing, because I have already a lot of customers that comes to me and said, we plan to discontinue this, should I report to the EU, etc. So again, it's only a certain categories of products. And when you go to this guidance, it tells you that the certain categories of products are products that are, if not available, can seriously damage the life of the people or can be life-threatening for the people. So if you have some products that, even if they are discontinued, nobody will be really dying or whatever, maybe it's not worth or not needed to be reported. But if you have, for example, some pacemakers, some machines that are really life-threatening, like dialysis machine or this kind of thing, maybe then you can consider that yes, it's a life-threatening device. So if it's not supplied anymore, maybe there can be some issues on the market. So make this consideration. Is it life-threatening? Can there be a serious damage if we don't have this device on the market? If yes, then you have to report, because the authorities have to know that there will be less supplies of this type of products, and maybe this can also create some problems within the hospitals or the healthcare within the healthcare professionals. So yes, you have to report, but remember, it's not all products. So there is this guidance, and there is an annex to the guidance, and this is a table that you have to fill also. So mainly you can go and check that all on the show notes. Next, we have the joint paper from 9 member states in Europe, in the Council of the European Union, that were providing a joint paper. Again, talking about the same thing, because we talk about that since many months, but let's recap again. The reduction of administrative burdens, we talked about that already before. Centralization of system management to the EMA, which is something that we discuss a lot, but I don't know. So mainly EMA is for European Medicine Agency. Here, should we centralize? Because in Europe, for medical devices, there is no central government or central department. So here, I suppose they want maybe to attach medical devices to the EMA. Is it good? Is it bad? Let me open the debate. Open the debate and tell me what you think. Predictable certification procedure. Yeah, to know when we are starting a process, when it will be finished mainly, how long it will take, that we know exactly the pathway and everything. It's not like we are in the middle and we are still discovering a lot of things. So mainly making it predictable for manufacturers. Enhanced coordination and support from different parties, and impact assessment and resource allocation also. So you have the document that you can read, which is a big position paper that can explain everything. I'm not sure exactly what is the next step. Now it's the Council of the European Union that is issuing, looking at that. So yeah, we'll look. If there is any news anywhere, I will let you know. Okay, next MDCG 2024-14, which is about UDI. So first we have the UDI-DI, then we have the basic UDI-DI, and this MDCG is about the master UDI-DI. So yeah, we are creating a lot of layers of UDI-DI. So this one is specifically, so master UDI-DI is specifically for a certain category of products, which are contact lenses. So there are so many varieties of contact lenses. So then instead of making a UDI-DI per references like you are doing for each product, here it's per characteristics, dimensions, or things like that. So mainly it will reduce the number of UDI-DI for those contact lenses. Otherwise you will have like a ton of numbers, just because each reference with each size, with each length, etc., will have its own UDI-DI, which can be a lot for manufacturers. So here it's helping you to understand how to do that. So it will explain to you how to assign the master UDI-DI, the label requirements for it, the vigilance reporting, the UDAMED registration, and implementation timeline also for that. So yeah, I will, if you are in the contact lens business, so I hope maybe you are like relieved to not have to put a basic UDI or UDI-DI for every references. So here is mainly the rules that will be defined for you. Okay, next, artificial intelligence in medical devices. Again, jointly made by Team NB and a German association for notified bodies, which is IGNB. So it's an association. I think, yeah, Germany has a lot of notified bodies, so maybe they have a German association only for notified bodies. But MNB is for normally all notified bodies, so it's an association for all notified bodies. And they had created an artificial intelligence questionnaire in medical devices. It looks like, I looked at it and it looks like, yeah, like a checklist, if I can say, because they ask questions and they provide like questions that maybe can be asked by an auditor, for example, or by an assessor to verify if they have this or if they have that. So it can be something that is interesting for companies that have this type of device with artificial intelligence, because then with those questions they can clear a lot of maybe the points that an auditor can ask or maybe an inspector can ask. So yeah, it's really great to have this kind of document. I have to test it with maybe one client and verify how it is working, but mainly this is a document that can help you to understand more what is required by you when you have an artificial intelligence tool within your product. Next, EUDAMED. So you remember that under EU MDR 2017-745 and IVDR also 2017-746, it was said that before you can fully use EUDAMED, all the modules should be available. Then we had the rule 2024 something, so I can't remember what's the number again. There are so many numbers so that we are all lost. It says now that, oh no, we are now authorizing a gradual rollout of EUDAMED, which means that as soon as the module is ready, it can directly go and people have to use it, when before it was like, well, let's wait that everything is ready so that we can use it. So this there is a guidance now that is issued about this gradual rollout with question and answers for understanding better that. There is no dates inside because we don't know when it will be available, but mainly it will help you to understand that yes, as soon as a module is available, immediately it can be needed for you to use it directly. So this is something that you have now to understand, because I know that before we said, okay, it's not mandatory until 2027 or 2028, but if in 2026 the module vigilance reporting is issued, then you have to use it for any of your vigilance reporting. So this is mainly the idea. Okay, Spain now. Spain had issued an application for in-house devices. So in-house devices are devices, in vitro diagnostic devices usually, that are made by hospitals. So it means that there is no such device existing on the market made by manufacturers. So hospitals are manufacturing their own assay, their own solutions for making their diagnostics. And it's called then in-house devices because they are not selling that outside of their healthcare facility. They are making that to use it directly within their laboratories. So this is in-house devices. So there is a rule now for in-house devices that they have to follow also the EU IVDR. And Spain made an application for those hospitals to register their in-house devices. I saw only Spain doing that for the moment. I didn't heard about any other country. So I suppose that if it's successful with Spain, it will be also rolled out within any other countries. Because yeah, I mean, actually, hospitals, even if they are following, or if they have to follow EU MDR 2017-746 for EU IVDR, sorry, in vitro diagnostic 2017-746, then who will be checking what they are doing? So here Spain is starting to say now you'll have to report all the in-house devices that you have and verify which one they are, etc., etc. And I suppose this is the start of then the evaluation of those hospitals. Maybe also, just maybe, if Spain finds out that they have registered a device, but it's existing a CE certified IVD that is doing the same as their device. Maybe they will ask them to not use this device anymore and to purchase the one that is already CMA, I suppose. So, because otherwise I have no clue how they can to verify that, because otherwise they have to ask everybody to send them the information. But yeah, having this application will help them to make maybe a quick check of what is existing actually on at the hospitals, and then make their assessment and verify if there is no other devices on the market. So this is just an assumption. It's not written anywhere, it's just an assumption. But if it's working, I think it will be a great tool for other countries also to use that. So be careful. Okay, so Easy Medical Device, jointly with the company Eqms Technologies, we are offering an electronic quality management system which is called Smarteye. So Smarteye is a software, a web application that is specialized in quality and regulatory affairs for medical devices. So mainly you can use this to manage all your documentation, also do the training to your employees, manage all your projects with the technical files, with the DHF, with everything, risk management. We have a lot of templates of tools like risk management, testing, user needs, design input, design output, etc. And you can even create your own templates. There is also management of suppliers, management of CAPA, NC, compliance, registration of your products all over the world. So a lot of different functionalities that are existing where you can really then have a good management of your documentation. So don't hesitate to go to the show notes and click on the link and maybe ask for a demo of that tool, because mainly this is something that can help you to stay compliant within your quality management system and within your certification. Okay, events now. So mainly we have one event in January. So you can see that on medtechconf.com, which is Arab Health. So Arab Health is like Medica that we had in November, a big show, a trade show. I mean, a big medical device forum or marketplace where you can see all the manufacturers and then check what they are doing and even maybe have some deals done. So this is in Dubai in January 27th until January 30th. For myself, I will not be there because I have other meetings or other trainings to do at that moment. But it's an event that mainly can help you to make connections with a lot of people also in the region. So if you are not able to go to Medica, it's the same as Medica but smaller. So there are not as many companies as the one in Medica. But I suppose a lot of companies will be really from the Middle East, Africa region. So it can be a good also deal for you to go if you want connections with those manufacturers. Okay, so we have as a training, we have made a revamp, a version 2 of the mini course. So mini course MDR is a mini course, so with an overview of what is the medical device regulation, and it was in place since 2018, but initially it was just an email that we are sending. So you are registering and you are receiving every day an email with some points or some chapters of the EUMDR, and at the end you get a quiz and then you get a certificate, etc. So we have done the same, but now we moved that to our platform, our learning platform, where you can do the same. You can register again, you can go through a different course, you have an account that is open, so then you can go back to those courses if you need, and you can also receive a certificate for your participation to this course. So we are also trying to update this mini course for if there is any change on the regulations. But as I said, just an overview. It's not like a full course with a lot of details, just for you as a course to have an understanding of what is MDR at the beginning without knowing too much. So it's good for a start, and then we will provide the next course, which is the green belt for EUMDR, normally in February. It's been a long time I haven't done it because we had done a lot of things by end of this year. So next one is planned for February. We'll open it for you to register, I hope by end of this month. Okay, now rest of the world. So first we'll start with the US. So the US has done a guidance about softwares that are non-medical softwares. So it means that it's the same as in Europe. So you have some softwares for the healthcare industry, but they are non-medical software, and they were warning about that to say, be careful, these are, okay, healthcare software, but they are not considered as medical devices. For example, any software that is doing administrative support in the healthcare settings, promoting healthy lifestyle like wellness being without direct links to disease management, serving as electronic patient records without interpreting or analyzing the data, transferring, storing, converting, or displaying medical data without interpretation, providing limited clinical decision support to healthcare providers without interpreting clinical tests or device data. So you see here, it's like it can store data, but as long as it's not making any interpretation or evaluation, or there is an algorithm to test or to verify or to make an alarm, it's not a medical device. If it's just for storing and sending, etc., it's not a medical device. And this is mainly what this US guidance is talking about. Next, PCCP final guidance that was issued, and then you can look at it. So mainly PCCP is like the premeditated change control process, if I remember. I should have written that here. Mainly, this is a tool used in the US where you can, when you submit your application for a medical device, you can submit also a PCCP, which is showing what kind of changes you may plan with your device and what will you do if this change happen, so that the US is also approving this type of change, so that you can do this change without informing again FDA, because they are agreeing with this change. So it's used, this application or this guidance is mainly for artificial intelligence. So when you are using some software with artificial intelligence, it tells you exactly how you can do this kind of thing. So this is now not anymore a draft, it's a final guidance, so then you can really apply it as is. And there is a webinar for this guidance planned in January 14th, 2025. I also placed that on the show notes, so if you want to have a look at this webinar. Okay, South Korea now, they are issuing a guidance to enhance the medical device safety. So it's interesting because they are trying to explain that let's stop now all those products that are not good on the market, and they are asking for stricter standards, for proper documentation, for enhancement of some oversight, so with inspections to manufacturers, and training and education for people, for users, for whoever. So looks like it's normally like the basics, if I can say, but here it's like a reminder that we should make safe devices on the market, and they are trying to give a guidance on how they are thinking, or what is their assumptions about that, how they will be maybe looking at this when you are submitting a dossier to their agency. Australia now. So Australia made a page that you should bookmark. It's a page that is showing all the guidelines for medical devices in Australia. So there are all the guidelines that are listed with all the links, and then you can go and check that. So I just mentioned that because I think it's great that you can just go there, click on the link, go on the show notes, click on the link, and bookmark it for your future use. If you have any question about Australia, this page will show all the guidances, like MDCG guidance, but here it's like for guidance for Australia regulation, and that can help you for your future requirements. Australia again, they give a guidance again where it shows step by step how you can notify the submit a notification for custom-made devices. So when you have a custom-made device, normally you have to inform the authorities that you are placing a custom-made device on the market, and how to do that. Then this guidance is showing you that step by step. It's always important to understand, because a custom-made device, first you have to confirm it's a custom-made device, and second, each time you are placing on the market, we have to know that it's placed on the market, where it is going. And remember, a custom-made device is for a specific patient, specific healthcare professional. So it's not something that you are selling to anybody. You are selling that to one person uniquely, and one healthcare professional, one healthcare facility. So if you are in this business of custom-made device and you are planning to go to Australia, then this guidance is for you. Malaysia now. So Malaysia is also issuing a guidance for advertisement application. So I read quickly, and we look at the flow chart that they are there. So mainly they are showing to you how, when there is an advertisement for a medical device, you have to submit an application first with your advertisement, so that and you have to pay a fee, they have to review, they have to then check, and then you get an approval for this advertisement to be then placed on the media. So mainly this is something that is important, because we should not say a lot of I wanted to say the B word, but I said that don't say it. So you should really be careful of what you are saying. You have really to stick to the claims of your device, to stick to the clinical data of your device, and not claim things that are not existing or that are a bit more than what mainly your device is doing. So I think on this check, they will verify that mainly you are still sticking to what is really the reality of your device and not more than what is planned there. So so it means also that before you put this advertisement anywhere, you have really to go to the authorities and get their approval for it. Okay, now podcasts. So we have more podcasts last month, because this episode should have been the previous month, but we had a bit some delay. So now we have more podcasts that were happening. So first, the podcast with Stefan Bollinger, how MDR and IVDR code can save you money. So many code, I mean the MDR code is the codes that are using to classify your device, and IVDR also. And we discussed with Stefan about the potentiality that this code, if you select it correctly or if you use it correctly with the EMDN code also, this can save you some money. And he defines some strategy that is really interesting, that really advise you to look at this episode again, so that you can find out how you can maybe sequentially submit your application to notified bodies, so that it will cost you also less money. And listen to it, you will see what I mean here. Then the second one is with Rod Beuzeval. So is FMEA bad for your risk management? So we always think, when we look at risk management, we always think of FMEA, but in reality, it's not mandatory to do FMEA. There are a lot of other methodologies. So here we talk with Rod if it's bad or not to use FMEA. What are the risks of using FMEA when it's not really the right type of products? Because it depends also of your products, it depends on a lot of things. So listen to it just to know if there are other methodology for certain type of products or not. So it's really important for you. Then how to build the perfect quality management system with me. So I have done it alone. So how to build all that. So I told you sequentially what to start with when you are starting to build a quality management system, and what are the different sequences. Because we have a lot of customers that are thinking that, I had a customer that just purchased a template of quality management system on the internet for some few euros, and then used it as is. He didn't understood that he has to revamp or update all the content to make it suitable for his company. For him, it's like, I will just pay for a package, I will use it and it's fine. But no, you cannot use any package as is. You always have to do some customization, and this package, it was funny, this one, because the company was a software company, and they had a package where it was more for manufacturing, where they were talking about a white room, a clean room, about storage at a certain temperature, but they have nothing to store at a certain temperature because they have a software as medical device, a standalone software. So it was a bit strange. But this will help you, I hope, to understand more about how to sequentially have the right, how to create your medical devices, quality management system, sorry. Then IEC 60601-1-8, how to test your medical device alarms with Beat Keller. So we had also a project where we had to test alarms, and there was a lot of questions during that project with some customers. So I had Beat Keller then to come to clarify all those questions. So if you have alarms within your devices, this is the standard that you have to look at. So don't hesitate to check again this episode, because Beat is really explaining even the colors, even a lot of case studies, also case that he was mentioning. So don't hesitate to go and check that also. And last one, which is about PCCP, we talked about that just before. So how PCCP can be a great tool for you with Maria Diaz. We talked about software, but also some other devices also. So mainly PCCP, as we said, is planning a change. So instead, that maybe, for example, for a software, you will plan some updates due to iOS update or things like that. So how will you act on that? Is it a minor update? What you will do? If it's a major update, what you will do, etc., etc. So providing this plan to the FDA will help you to avoid to resubmit a new 510K or new things, because mainly the FDA agreed that your plan is correct and can be used as is. So it's really important. Okay, so thank you again for listening to this episode. And if you have any questions or any projects that you want us to help you with, so don't hesitate to send me an email at info@easymedicaldevice.com, info@easymedicaldevice.com. Or if you have some topics you want to discuss also, don't hesitate, let me know. And I'm really happy to also share with you that so we are now at the end of the year, December. So I wish you also happy holidays if you are mainly having some holidays. I hope I will try to get some holidays by end of this year. So don't hesitate to take some rest. Yeah, have some break, and we'll see again. I mean, the next medical device update will be in January or in February, because maybe in January there will be not enough things to say, but if there are, we'll have this one in January. Otherwise, we'll meet again in February for the next update. Okay, I wish you really a nice end of the year. Really happy that I was able here to help you during this year. So don't hesitate to reach out to me if you want any other support or any other things on this kind of updates, and I'm really happy to help you on that. Okay, thank you very much, and I wish you a nice day.